St Moritz, a quintessential mountain village in the heart of the Swiss Alps, which helped define alpine sports and pioneered the very concept of the winter holiday. Its sporting heritage attracts visitors from across the globe who crave the excitement of world-class alpine and Nordic skiing and polo and horse racing on the frozen lake. They've grown to appreciate the village's combination of refinement, discretion and rustic charm. It's the perfect setting then for the 4th Pictet Mountain Retreat, a networking event like no other. Pictet keeps the mountain retreat intimate, bringing together a small group of the world's most successful entrepreneurs, VCs who backed businesses that defined and disrupted their sectors, and Pictet's own specialists who possess a mixture of private banking expertise and entrepreneurial spirit that's perhaps unique in the banking world. Harry Vafeas, founder and CEO of Stealth Shipping and Stealth Gas, explained what makes the mountain retreat so special.
90 to 95% of the conferences or meetings I attend to are shipping related, which of course is good because that's my main business. But we like to go to events like this one because you can meet and discuss with people from totally different countries, location, business lines, backgrounds. And that's the only way that you can widen your mind and you can widen your corporate relationships and you can widen your potential new businesses. Because of course, if you, for example, all year you interact with people in your line of business, maybe it's good for your line of business, but that's it. And while you ski with these people and you have dinner with these people and you have a coffee with these people, this is how real business relationships begin.
As snow flurries swirled around the hotel, Pictet hosted a reception at the sumptuous Sovretta House Hotel, where some light-hearted initial introductions were made. The mountain retreat is all about making connections in an environment and ambience that's as far removed as possible from the staid conference format of stuffy meeting rooms in anonymous venues. With a program that combines outdoor activities with relaxed, informal dinners, entrepreneurs can really engage with and be inspired by their peers, as well as getting invaluable one-on-one time with Pictet's team of specialists. The first morning ushered in perfect conditions, glorious sunshine and fresh powder, achieving the perfect combination of dynamic skiing and the tranquility of the mountains is something Pictet believe is key to the creation of an atmosphere in which ideas can be easily exchanged. This reflects the spirit and culture of Pictet itself.
Victor Arni, equity partner head of Pictet Swiss German Zone, tells us more.
What makes Pictet an excellent fit with entrepreneurs is the fact that Pictet itself is a bank which is very much entrepreneurial driven. We were founded 9 generations ago by entrepreneurs, and we are still owned and run by entrepreneurs who are our 7 managing partners.
Traditional fondue allowed the participants to warm themselves in stunning surroundings before returning to the slopes. It's a delicate act, balancing traditional values and strengths with an entrepreneurial culture that prizes disruption, but one that Pictet manages with aplomb. Every entrepreneur and business has their own story, so how is Pictet able to adapt to their diverse needs and aims?
Generally, it has been around for over 200 years, as I've heard. So it's very conservative. But I think for us as an entrepreneur, it's very important that you have someone also who controls your risk to some extent, because we all love risk, else we wouldn't be entrepreneurs. And you need to have someone who also controls your risk to some extent, at least on the financial side of things. And most of us still have most of the assets in high-risk assets. So therefore, it's good to have someone who gives you a different perspective and who also broadens your view on different perspectives.
heli-skiing neatly encapsulates the experience of the mountain retreat. The breathtaking vistas seen from the air made St Moritz look calm and peaceful. But perhaps appropriately for an exceptional group who thrive on risk, the ride up was immediately followed by some demanding skiing. To mitigate the risk in their financial endeavours, entrepreneurs need high-quality analysis and insight. As well as being able to talk face-to-face to Pictet's team of experts, the chance to listen to them speak was keenly anticipated.
Pictet has a very open culture, and I believe they are investing in the very long-term relationships. And it's going to be a very interesting retreat. I look forward to tonight to hear the perspective of the Chief Investment Officer and his thoughts about how the world is doing and where the world is going. So it's going to be interesting.
Chief Investment Officer and Chair of the Wealth Management Investment Committee, Cesar Perez Ruiz, had a variety of roles over the course of the mountain retreat. They highlight just how different this event is, from talking about his macroeconomic perspective to hosting an uproarious quiz. He was able to interact with the entrepreneurs so they could really benefit from his considerable acumen.
2018 is going to be another year where risk assets and equity will win again, but with a very big difference versus 2017. 2017 we had 12 months uninterrupted of equities going up. As more uncertainty comes in, as central banks pull out of injecting liquidity, we are going to have markets being positive, but with significantly higher volatility. So we will need to be more patient, we need to be more tactical, but at the end of the day, equities, given the strong earning growth coming from the tax cuts from the US and from great economic recovery, are the place where we will get most of the return this year.
It's no surprise that given Pictet's 200-year history and internal entrepreneurial culture, they hosted a retreat with such a high caliber of attendees, setting and range of activities. By every possible metric, the fourth Pictet Mountain Retreat was a great success. It revitalized, inspired and provided a wealth of opportunities and knowledge.